Welcome
And we
back. Welcome back. We are live. We got Matt Tack, Reap the Harvest. He's going to be chatting about potential energy. What's going on, Matt?
What's going on, baby boy? You got
It's
that superhero shirt on again. I see today. You go some
it's
Super
Captain
Mario.
America today. Captain
Captain
America. Get it
America.
right.
Love it. Yeah, we have a superhero, right?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is a superhero, a Marvel character. I have like
these.
7 shirts, and since we go live like 8 times a week now, everybody's going
Hmm.
to see my shirts. And
That's
since I
right, man.
haven't been showering very much during the quarantine, it's just day after day wearing the same thing. I got my Mark Evans DM hat on, repping.
Shout out to Mark Evans, man. Looking solid. He's studly, man. Getting all ripped up. Did
Yeah,
the
he's doing a
70.
great job.
Yeah. Yeah, man, he's killing it. He's killing the game, right? He really is killing the game. That guy is really killing the game.
He's awesome.
Uh, love Mark Evans. Love all the value he gives, and man, I get a lot from him on a daily basis. But hey, man, I want to talk a little bit about potential energy. One thing I did want to note: I am in sunny Florida. Once this whole COVID thing passes by, I encourage everyone to move to Florida. Nothing like it. 9 months out of the year, it's killer. It's what 75 degrees and sunny, light breeze. I know I got a lot of family and friends back in the Midwest, so man, it's good out here. It's nice. But miss you all, and just want to share a little bit today about potential energy. So, potential energy was something I learned actually just a few days ago. I listened to this guy, Mark Batterson. He's a phenomenal mind and writer, author of plenty of books. And one of the books that has impacted me actually the most is the Circle Maker. He's a spiritual influencer, but above and beyond, he's just a really a developer of minds. And really, I've learned so much off of him. When we lived in DC, my wife and I lived in DC for a while. We just loved his mind. He has a crazy mind, and I think that's where I get a lot of just my mindset as far as the brain and the inner workings of the brain and how the brain works. But the one thing he mentioned the other day that I had to just bring to you guys was the element of potential energy. So in physics, there's the potential energy that will come if you stay hungry and you hustle. And I'm going through that right now. I'm just hungry. I'm hustling like crazy and trying to put a lot of value on online. And just stay positive. This helps me, right? As I hope it helps a lot of other people. I've actually gotten a lot of feedback. So if you could actually, what helps me out even a little bit more, if you could drop a line, give us some feedback. Love feedback, whether it's bad feedback or good feedback. We'll take it all in, and we'll try to get better from it. If it's a bad feedback, if it's good feedback, we'll take it. It just lifts us up even more. It gives us a little bit of energy to keep moving forward. But the one thing, why I've obviously partnered up with Pat Acoustic Force. He's amazing. Just want to give obviously a shout out to him. But is the potential energy aspect. So potential energy is when basically there's a buildup of momentum, right? It's momentum, and what the cool analogy he used was a bow and arrow, right? So the bow and arrow is that the restraint. You're pulling that thing back, right? There might be 55 pounds, 70 pounds of pressure. But man, there's constant restraint, right? And you're growing, right? You're putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. And then what happens? The potential energy buildup. You just pull that thing as back as tight as possible, and that thing just comes flying forward. And I just love that perspective, right? It's a bullet in a gun, right? You lock a mag in, you pull the chamber back, you set it, and you pull that pistol, and that constant restate, that energy that's built up in that gun just flies out and goes wild, right? So I just love the bow and the bow and arrow symbology that you can pull that thing back, and that's the potential energy, that's the restraint. But how about in your life, right? When you're pulling that back, that's all the times that I'm going through these growing pains. I think in business right now, as we're going through some of these growing pains, right? We're trying to accelerate. We're trying to get to another level. We're trying to really scale up across the board. And I'm working like 15, 16, 17 hours a day at times. And I'm allocating, but man, I'm feeling that bow just come back, right? Come back. And then, when the opportunity hits, that arrow comes forward at full speed. So potential energy, that buildup. I think it's amazing. I think it's just an opportunity. I was reading Proverbs the other day, that, the understanding of a man is deep waters, but very few people know how to pull it out, right? The understanding of a man is just immensely deep. Very few know how to pull that out. And I just think that with potential energy, right, of how you pull that out, how do you use that restraint to create that positive momentum in your life? And it will come. But as it was put up there, is stay hungry and stay humble. I think those are two key things that that is in order for the necessity of life. You got to stay positive too, but you got to stay hungry and stay humble. So I just want to come. I wanted that's a little bit of encouragement today. Little less of 10 of TAC, but it's just something that I want to definitely share with you guys. So stay hungry, stay humble, and build up that potential energy, because you're gonna do amazing things. All right, guys, we love you. OMT fam, we out from the Acoustic Force. Reap the Harvest live, sunny Florida. Peace.